Alright, so when it comes to the strongest characters in One Piece, we all have different opinions, you know. You might be a Shanks or Mihawk guy, or even a Bellamy the Hyena guy. God damn, I need to stop making that joke every video. But on this channel, we quite frankly only speak facts, so this is the current definitive top 10 strongest characters in One Piece. Let's go. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, this is besides Emu, because he's obviously the strongest. Okay, but seriously though, if you get mad, you. It's my opinion. So my number 10 pick is gonna be Kuzan. I mean, you don't go toe to toe with the strongest marine of all time if you're a f***ing bum. Yeah, he lost his leg, but come on, 10 days? Imagine if Kid fought Akainu. Bro, he's getting folded in a matter of seconds. Not to mention, he was trained by Garp. And we all know Garp students don't play. Look at Hell Meppo. He's going to be top 1 end of series. Kuzan's Devil Fruit is fucking overpowered. And to be honest, I cannot wait until he uses that shit against Blackbeard. At this point in the story, if you don't think Kuzan's going to snake Blackbeard, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Okay? It's happening. I heard someone say Kuzan is going to be Blackbeard's iceberg. Whew, that is tough. At number 9, and I know this one is about to have people mad, I have Saint Vigilant Garland. And I know what you're going to say.
But he's a holy knight, and he got cut down by rocks on God Valley. He's a fraud, he's a fraud.
Are we forgetting that Garland cut down the famous Don Quixote Mjosgard? Like, come on. When have we ever seen Kuzan do something as impressive as that? Nah, but seriously though, if it's not obvious to you at this point that Garland is an absolute monster, it's just a matter of reading comprehension at that point. And I know some motherfuckers are going to see this video and say, this list is a matter of reading comprehension. Fuck you if you do that. Not only is he now part of the Gorosei, meaning he'll have a yokai form, but he's the father of Shanks and Shamrock. You can't tell me a bum is going to produce those two demons. And before you tell me Shamrock also has no feats, the same logic applies. Garland was also in the famous panel without having any feats. That's got to count for something. And I'm all for slandering Garland, like his showing on God Valley was fucking atrocious. I don't have a clue how he ended up as champion of God Valley or whatever. What, because he killed a pretty much dead rocks? Fuck out of here. But yeah, there is absolutely no way this guy isn't a complete powerhouse. He could end up being even further up the list in the future. Number 8. Damn, this is going to have some Kuzan fans mad. I got Garp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? But I refuse to believe Kuzan is stronger than Garp. I already said I'm committed to maintaining this agenda. The Blackbeard pirates had to sneak Garp by using Kobe as bait. If it was just Kuzan and Garp, he was winning. I don't know what everyone else is seeing here. Maybe I'm delusional, probably am, but even then, I'm probably biased to be fair because Garp's one of my favourite characters. But you don't earn the title of Hero of the Marines for nothing. What title has Kuzan got her? Marine's best defector? I'm not even sure if I believe Akainu is the strongest Marine of all time. You're telling me he's stronger than the guy who had 3 Yonkos running from him? I know Oda said it himself, but there's no way we're still taking Oda as our canon source in 2026. I'm a firm believer that if Sengoku never held Garp down there, Garp would have killed Akainu. Akainu was struggling against an old cancer patient. He ain't beating an old guy without cancer. Nah, I'm joking. I got Akainu further up the list. But yeah, Garp slams Kuzan. You heard it here first. Moving on to number 7, we have Luffy. The only reason I don't have Luffy higher on this list is because even though he has the most busted Devil Fruit power in the entire story, realistically, if he fights anyone with decent endurance, he's and that's because after short use of Gear 5, he gets in that near vegetative state, which essentially makes him a sitting duck. I mean, we've literally just seen it in this most recent chapter. Next chapter, he is getting folded by Emu. Yeah, update, we just got Emu's face reveal. This motherfucker is getting folded. Next chapter. Once Luffy can prevent this from happening, you know, if he ever does, he will skyrocket up this list because his haki is also broken. I wonder how his fight with Blackbeard will go when he eventually fights him. Oh my god, imagine if it's like some Kakashi Obito shit and it's just straight hands. Neither of them use their devil fruit. I'm trailing off. Let me get back to the list. Numero 6, Loki. I know you're probably screaming about how he should be higher, but we have to remember, he got beat by Shanks. But to be fair, I don't know how much I buy Shanks fighting Loki. Like, from the Harold flashback, I just can't see how that would have happened. But going by the fact that that did happen, this is where I'm placing Loki. Loki's feats are insane. Like beating Harold with the Deep Sea Pact, I'm honestly not sure anybody else could have done that. But at the end of the day, he still got beat by Shanks. We could find out that Loki asked Shanks to like pretend capture him or some shit, and then it would make more sense, because I currently see no world where anyone can beat the guy who beat that version of Harold. but based off what we know, I have to place him here. Depending on what the upcoming chapters have for us though, this list could quickly change. At number 5, we have the strongest Marine of all time. Akainu. It's Akainu. The first time I witnessed Akainu's strength at Marineford, I could not believe how overpowered he was. He beat Kuzan on Punk Hazard, which admittedly took 10 days. But since their devil fruits are like elementally matched, it makes sense. If Akainu was in a 1v1 with anyone else, on God, it is not taking him 10 days, best believe that. He's stated to have the highest offensive power devil fruit in the story, and to be the strongest Marine of all time. He blew Whitebeard's f***ing face off, for God's sake. We don't talk about what happened before that though, okay? I can't wait for Akainu to start showing out in the story, because I think he's capable of much more somehow, and can even move up this list. I know that sounds crazy. Oh, and if you think Sabo's beating Akainu, you're fucking delusional. Number 4, we have the one and only son of Rox D's Marshall D. Teach, Blackbeard. You can't have Whitebeard's devil fruit and a devil fruit which literally nullifies other devil fruit powers and expect me not to put you this high up on the list. I like Blackbeard, but it's a shame that Rox was just so much cooler than him, man. Don't get me wrong, Blackbeard's cool, but he's just a bit of a pussy. The only thing holding Blackbeard back is his feats. Like, this guy really only has warlord level feats, and he's never really demonstrated any hacky feats, but that's not to say he's not got some cooking. This is the son of Zebek we're talking about. All I'm saying is, there ain't no way your dad is struggling against Beppo, Sulong or not. At number 3, we have no other than Dracule Mihawk. And to you Mihawk Glazers, just be glad I put him this high, because you ain't going to be happy about the next 2 picks, I'm sorry. He's the world's strongest swordsman, but Mihawk fans equate that to world's strongest man, just because Whitebeard had a fucking sword. Like, no. I honestly think Mihawk's fans are the reason why he's not higher. God, they're annoying. And I love Mihawk, I think he's cool as shit, but you guys act like it's been stated that Mihawk beat Shanks in the past when it hasn't. I found this motherfucker on B&Q just last week buying black paint. He is a fraud, man. Nah, I'm joking. Obviously, he's not a fraud, but I'm just waiting to see something from him, because that fight with Vista has stained his legacy for the past 15 years. Now, before I get into my second pick, I need you guys to realize that on the Crito Kage channel, we are delusional. We are free thinkers. So just keep that in mind before you hear what I'm about to say, because I know some motherfuckers are going to be angry. Number 2 on my list is 2 people. Shanks and Shamrock. Yeah, that's right. Both of them. I know, but Shamrock's a holy knight. He's a jobless bum. Please use your head. These guys are twin brothers. It's only logical for them to be on par in strength. Shamrock even has regeneration and a sword with a fucking Cerberus fruit. There is absolutely no chance he is not busted. I don't know why people believe that Shamrock is so much weaker than Shanks. It doesn't make sense to me. Why on earth would his twin brother be so much weaker than him? Like, what are we saying? Shamrock even said when he was confronting Loki, even if you weren't chained up, the outcome would still be the same. And I don't think that's a simple bluff. I think he's confident in his abilities because he's that guy, just like his twin brother who beat Loki in the past. All of Shanks' feats are relative to Shamrock, in my opinion. I don't think that's a bad take. Anything that Shanks can do, Shamrock can also do. And based off Shanks' feats, you gotta be crazy strong to one-shot someone as strong as Kid. As much as we talk shit about Kid, he is strong. Shanks' haki is quite simply off the scales, which again, to me, points towards Shamrock having ridiculous haki as well. And I'm sure by this point, you've realized who my number 1 is. And honestly, I might need a blast shield to protect myself from the heat I'm about to get, but the definitive number 1 strongest character in the One Piece verse, besides Emu of course, is the one and only Monkey D. Dragon. Yeah, that's right, shoot me for having an opinion. Shoot me. The reason why I say Dragon is the strongest is because there is absolutely no way that a character introduced 50 chapters into the story and has done nothing since isn't being saved for a reason. Remember in Impel Down when Ivankov was like, surely they didn't want to fight Whitebeard and Dragon at the same time? To me, that implies that Dragon is a force not to be messed with, and is possibly as strong as Whitebeard. Don't shoot the messenger. He's the world's most wanted criminal. His dad is Garp, his son is Luffy. Come on, man, this guy is a powerhouse. And you know how I was just talking about how Shamrock is as strong as Shanks, if not stronger? Who is it who's gonna take Shamrock down? Oh yeah, that'd be the leader of the Revolutionary Army, motherfucker. The strongest character in the story. It's pretty obvious to me that Dragon is the rain god. I think he has some serious shit in store for us. Don't forget the theories that him and Akainu have some sort of history. Oh my God, I need that. But yeah, that's all I got to talk about today. If you disagree with my opinion, you've just not realized you're wrong yet, and that's okay because delusion always wins. So yeah, like and subscribe and all that good stuff, or if you didn't like it, then just leave a hate comment or some shit. Yeah, peace out.